Stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need to switch to chairs.
We'll just sit in the big boy's chair.
Yeah.
How you doing? Good. All right, this is the Mahoning County Commissioners Hearing Room Board Meeting number 27, Thursday, July 11, 2024 at 10 a.m. And Commissioner Trafficani will not be with us today. He had a prior engagement. Do we have any public comments? Name and address for the record, 3 minutes.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jim Tressa, Senior Project Manager and Estimator for Rudzik Excavating, 401 Lovo Road, Struthers, Ohio. On Friday, you held a secret meeting for the sole purpose of passing a resolution rejecting my bids for 2 local construction projects because I would not sign the project labor agreements. Does anyone really think that by signing the agreement, my company suddenly becomes qualified? The labor agreement does not promote timely completion nor project harmony. It's a tool used to direct work to companies of your preference. Remember back in April when I first objected to the use of a PLA, it was found that the wrong PLA was inserted into the bid documents. After incredible research, and I mean breathtaking research, the right PLA was located and issued by an addendum. When the new PLA was received, I reviewed the updated verbiage and had serious concerns about the ambiguous language contained in the document that would materially affect my bid. So I followed the contract and submitted pre-bid questions to the county. I won't read my questions now because I've done that before. Check the April 25th meeting video for those. It took the prosecutor's office 11 days to respond. The prosecutor's office waited until hours before the bids were due and issued a response saying, and I quote, "The inquiry will need to be addressed with the union." Close quote. Neither you nor your prosecutor's office could answer simple questions on how this revised PLA would materially affect my bid, yet you want me to sign it anyway. Cause and effect of career politicians. Which brings me to last week. I attended the meeting on Wednesday where there was no mention of our issue, but late Wednesday afternoon, I received notice of a secret meeting being held early Friday morning, the day after the 4th of July. I received 2 separate calls to my office from anonymous citizens notifying me that you scheduled a secret meeting. And they think you're trying to hide it. These aren't my words. These are voicemails I received and I saved them. If you don't believe me, I would love for you to hear them. Of course, I attended the secret Friday meeting where no public comment was permitted. You read the agenda and adjourned the meeting in a total of 3 minutes. The meeting wasn't even posted to YouTube. In an attempt to keep it secret, you would not talk to me and you scurried out of the room like it was on fire. Why you couldn't bring this up at Wednesday's meeting when everybody was there, I don't know. Maybe because you want this done in secret. The county's business dealings are not proper and you should be ashamed. On the heels of this, I hear from county officials that you plan to seize my bid bond for these projects. Then I received a rejection letter and you copy my insurance and bonding companies. You know how devastating this would be to a contractor. The bond is our lifeline. There's no reason to get my bonding company involved, but that's what you want to do. It's a disgrace and it's shameful. All because of politics. You should leave my bonding company out of this. You never responded to my questions in writing. You told me to refer to the unions when I purchased the contract from the county. And you don't even have the decency to respond. Going after my bond. It's high class. Thank you. You're welcome.
Anyone else? Okay, seeing none, a motion for the approval of the previous minutes.
Motion to approve. As per the
Second,
agenda.
second. Roll call.
You do all.
You can do
Yeah,
each
we can
one
do
for all of them. Okay, motion to approve previous minutes, approval special board meeting, approve bills for payment.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes. Motion for journal entries number one.
Motion to approve journal entries number one.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes. Number two, agreements engineers, A and B, C.
Morning, everybody. A is an agreement with Jack Mahoning Company to repair store vehicle number estimated amount of $9,256. B is an agreement with Mahoning Associates for roof ratings for county bridges in accordance with FWHA and ODOT standards in the amount of $17,000. C is an agreement with P&C Express Services LLC for cleaning services of our offices and buildings and garages, and an estimated amount of $10,400. That is the point. And it's all not general.
Thanks, Rick. D and E, facilities, Alan.
Morning, Commissioner. D is an agreement with Seal Pro Asphalt Seal Coating Company. Striping of the Justice Center parking lot, estimated amount of $4,800. And E is an agreement with BSHM Architects for professional design services for the construction of the covered composting barn located at 825 Bev Road in the amount of $12,000 in both are general.
Okay, thank you. F and G, lead.
Good
Bill?
morning, good morning, Commissioners. F is an agreement with W&W Construction for lead hazard control and healthy homes work at 210 South Portland in the amount of $35,000. And G is an agreement with the Howland Company LLC for lead hazard control and healthy homes work at 120 Illinois in the amount of $50,467, both non-general.
Okay, thank you. Number two, agreements. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve agreements. number two.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes. Number one, resolutions additions. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve resolutions number one.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes. Number two, resolutions, A, Commissioners, O and B, Jen.
Good morning. This is a resolution to approve the opioid settlement grant agreement with the Mahoning County Fire Chiefs Association for EMA tuition assistance in the amount of $200,000.
Okay, thank you, Jen. B and C, EMA, Chief.
Morning, Commissioners. The first matter has to do with appointing Cindy Hutchinson from Southwoods to add her to our LEPC committee. And the second one is the acceptance, you're accepting the hazardous mitigation plan that we've been working on. This is the one that's tied to that grant in Boardman for the flood control.
Okay,
And that is complete and it's here for your approval.
thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
D and E, facilities, Alan.
E is a resolution approving the moral obligation payment of $3,164.50 to Silco Fire and Security for fire safety services at the Justice Center. E is a resolution approving the moral obligation payment of $640 to Adam and Eve Sewer and Drain Services for a service call to 825.
Okay, thank you. Number two, resolutions A through E. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve resolutions.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes. Well, that concludes the business portion of our meeting. I see Tracy Wimbush in the audience. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm well. It's honored to be here on behalf of the Congressman's office. Michael Ruley, I'm his new field representative here in Mahoning County. And so for all of you, if you want to contact us, please contact me and I will make sure that we have that link to the Congressman's office.
Fine. Do you have any cards or didn't you do
No,
that
we're
yet?
too new. We're just getting in and getting our wheels up. This is a special election, so we're coming in at the end. So we've got to start off running. So we're starting off here.
Well, he has a good person working. I must say.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Tracy, as a resident of the tower,
I
they were
know.
able to get some of their stuff out yesterday.
Want to say thank you to the safety services of Mahoning County and especially Chief Finley. You'd be surprised at what you miss. A friend of mine on the second floor He and I are neighbors now over at the Gallagher. And last night when I was coming home with my duffel bag, he was pulling out some of the stuff. It was like kids, like show and tell. Look what I got. And so what a blessing. And we thank God for our community. It's special.
Yep, and I'm glad you got some of your things. That was the best part of that.
We're praying that we're praying that we'll be able to get some of the others. It's a different situation. It's not like a normal burn or a normal demolition. And the building is going to get scrapped. And we don't want our personal belongings scrapped. So we've got to figure out how do you not scrap my scrap, but you're going to scrap.
Yes, what's that saying? Someone else's
treasure.
trash is someone else's treasure.
But it's a blessing and an honor to have this as my first job coming out of the devastation that I went through.
Well, God bless you. I'm glad you're doing well. And your mom?
Mom's not happy. Mom's in a skilled nursing facility. And as we all are there or headed that way, the freedom of your home and life. And when you're not sick, you really don't want to be there.
Yeah, well,
So we got to find a place for it. I haven't figured that out yet.
one day at a time.
Thank you.
Take care. All right, anyone else? No one's on.
That's not happening.
Dave, do you have anything?
Yeah, I have a few things to say. So, Mr. Tressa's been here many times and he recites the ORC quite often. So I thought he was an expert in the ORC. Talking about political, the PLAs have been in Mahoning County for 20 years, long before this board was assembled. And they've been in effect for 20 years, 15 to 20 years, let's say that. And in the past 10 years, I believe a PLA was placed in it 4 to 6 times. Government projects. I would venture to say if a PLA was instilled in the Realty Building, that they wouldn't have had the issue, they may not have had the issue they had. And I would also venture to say that the fact that the only political issue here is the one that's brought up by Mr. Tressa on his every 4 years coming to visit and bringing this up. So it's not political to us. It's always been in effect. It protects the county. It protects the workers. It protects the job site. It protects the efficiency of the residents of Mahoning County, so we don't have situations that we have to deal with on a regular basis. And it's been proven over and over again. And I've got lots of things to show that as well. And to talk and say that we had a secret meeting. No, it was announced because unlike your interpretation of the ORC, the prosecutor's office gives us our lead on what we do and how we approach things. And the prosecutor's office is the one that says, as per the ORC, we need to do this within this time period to achieve this end result to do this. So the prosecutor is the one that advised the special meeting to get the ball rolling so that we could bid the project out in a timely manner to complete on behalf of the residents of Mahoning County. The fact that you accepted to turn in a bid, you took the bid specs to turn in a bid, meant that you had agreed to respect the bid specs and abide by it. The fact that you can't pick and choose the specs that are put in writing and put out for bid. You can't say, oh, I'm not going to do this part, I'm not going to do this part, I'm not going to do this part. You can't pick and choose. The bid specs are the bid specs. And if you read the ORC, you would have known that before you secured the bid specs to put out and to make a bid on. In not so doing, and denying to accept the bid specs as written and proposed, you didn't fulfill the obligations of the bid spec that you took and bid on. And that has created a snowball effect on timing for everyone. And as per the ORC, it says that if you don't fulfill the way I interpret it, or the way that we've been informed, interpret it, first refusal is responsible if it goes to second refusal. Second refusal is responsible if it goes to third. Third is responsible to fourth, fifth, and so on. So they'll go down the line until the bid spec, till someone that has been approved that they fulfilled the obligations accepts the bid. So if all these things are true, you know, you would have secured it and fulfilled the obligation. And to say six PLAs in 10 years have been placed in has hindered anyone in Mahoning County. I mean, I can get you the list. I didn't bring it with me because I passed it out at several meetings. You know, $128 million worth of jobs in the last X years. And you're second. Rudzik is second in line, only to Marucci and Gaffney locally for getting tens of millions of dollars in projects. In fact, Rudzik is working on 5 projects, I would bet, as we go across the county. You have people working on many of the county projects. And to come in and to continually say things that are part truths and to say things that are totally out of bounds just perpetuates the politics that you've created, because you do this every 4 years at election time. And, you know, and quite honestly, we follow the law. And we're challenged to make sure we do every day by everyone. The prosecutors are our attorneys that make sure we fulfill our obligations and our legal responsibility. So that process is taking place. And it's all as per the ORC. So I can't say any more, but you guys have been given a lot of opportunities, a lot of jobs, and to continually come in here and say half truths and to try and twist it to your own advantage is unconscionable. So the process is going to follow its legal obligation as per the prosecutor's office, regardless, because that's our responsibility to the taxpayers of Mahoning County, 240,000 of them, so that we don't have a realty building, we don't have a situation, we don't have a death, we don't have anyone hurt, we don't have anyone injured. This helps protect those. Doesn't always work. Doesn't always work. Accidents happen. But this is in our opinion, as a PLA from the Board of Commissioners from 20 years ago up till today, that's been in place. That's our opinion on how it protects the residents and taxpayers of Mahoning County.
You are not required
That's
to
all
go
I have
after
to
the
say.
bond.
There'll be no response to this, seriously.
You had your opportunity. You've had it every week, every week.
There's no
So-
response to comments here. We let everyone else have theirs. So now people have to vent what they feel is correct, because we do follow the law. And everything that we do here has been looked at 5 or 6 times by the prosecutor's office. We don't make these decisions on our own. We
My
have.
question.
No,
Couldn't clarify.
well, just relax. You've had your shot every week. Okay. Do I hear a
Motion to
motion to adjourn?
Next meeting.
Second, say second. Second, second.
Motion.
Roll call.
Did he motion?
Did you motion it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn. Yeah.
Roll call.
Commissioner Ditzler?
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes. Next meeting will be Thursday, July 18th, 10 a.m. Commissioners here. Thank you.